Y'all, this one is wild. Because Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who's been preaching Pan-African unity, calling himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism, and raising money for his dream school for over a decade, just made a move that has the internet clowning him like never before. After collecting millions in donations, Umar is now announcing that he's launching an OnlyFans account and charging $111 a month. Yes, you heard that right. And on top of that, he's hinting at possibly selling the FDMG Academy, the very school his supporters have been waiting on for years. So, how did the man who claimed to be building the future of Black education end up on OnlyFans? And why are people saying this is the final nail in his legacy? Let's break it down. Dr. Umar built his name off of fiery speeches that went viral across social media. He positioned himself as the one man bold enough to tell the truth about the system, white supremacy, and even Black celebrities he felt weren't doing enough. His message was powerful, and his delivery was unforgettable. Whether you loved him or hated him, you couldn't ignore him. Clips of Umar screaming, "No snow bunnies," or dragging rappers would spread like wildfire. But the centerpiece of his mission was always the FDMG Academy, what he called the first truly independent school for young Black boys. He asked the community to invest, promising that this school would change everything. And people did. Over the years, donations poured in. Millions. Yet more than a decade later, that school still isn't operating. The buildings in Delaware are there, but they're run down, boarded up, and far from the thriving academy people were promised. Then came the announcement nobody saw coming. Umar revealed that he's starting an OnlyFans page. The price? $111 a month. He claimed it wasn't for anything explicit, that it would be used for educational lectures, Pan-African knowledge, and exclusive content. He even explained the price, saying the number 111 represents alignment and spiritual awakening. But the internet wasn't having it. Memes immediately flooded social media. People joked that Umar went from building schools to selling thirst traps. Others said this was proof that he's desperate for cash and running out of ideas. It didn't matter how Umar framed it. The fact that the man who condemned immorality for years was now leaning on OnlyFans had the internet roasting him. And then Umar dropped another bomb. He admitted he'd received an offer to sell the FDMG Academy building. For donors who had given money year after year, this felt like betrayal. They didn't send their hard-earned dollars so Umar could flip a property. They wanted to see a functioning school for young boys, not a real estate deal. Umar tried to soften the blow, saying it was just an option, not a decision. He insisted true supporters would trust his vision no matter what. But for many, it sounded like excuses. Once this news spread, it was open season. Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube lit up with jokes, memes, and skits about Umar. Clips of him screaming about Black unity are now stitched next to OnlyFans memes. People are calling him the OnlyFans Pan-Africanist and accusing him of scamming the community. Even longtime supporters are split. Some are defending him, claiming he's just misunderstood, but others say they feel scammed, like they were played for years, while Umar was secretly preparing to cash out. As if things weren't chaotic enough, Umar also announced that he's searching for a female partner to join him as his lecture twin. The requirements? She must be loyal, must not be associated with any of his critics, and has to embody Pan-African womanhood. But instead of being taken seriously, this turned into comedy fodder. TikTok users made parody videos of Umar auditioning women like it's a dating show. People laughed, saying the FDMG wasn't a school. It was a stage for Umar's ego. Meanwhile, the FDMG property itself is falling apart. Photos online show boarded windows, weeds growing wild, and empty, unused space. Critics point to reports of unpaid taxes and even whisper about possible foreclosure. Former donors are furious. They're posting their old receipts next to pictures of the decaying building, demanding to know where the money went. Some critics are going further, labeling Umar a con artist, saying, 10 years, no school. That's his true legacy. And yet, Umar still has die-hard supporters. To them, he's the only one bold enough to speak the truth. And every attack against him is just proof that the system fears him. They continue donating, convinced the school will one day open. But the other side, the ones who feel betrayed, are louder than ever. They're calling him a fraud, a distraction, and a man who built his empire off empty promises. The community is divided right down the middle. At the end of the day, Umar Johnson has always been a lightning rod. Every scandal, every contradiction somehow kept his name alive. But this, an OnlyFans account at $111 a month, and talk of selling the very school he raised money for? This feels like more than just controversy. It feels like a collapse. So the question is, will Umar finally prove everyone wrong and open the school? Or will he go down in history as a man who turned Pan-African liberation into an internet hustle? One thing's for sure, Umar Johnson will keep people talking. So, what do you think? Is Umar finished? Or is this just another wild chapter in his unpredictable story? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this one is too crazy to ignore.